If you talk to most sport climbers, the Olympics were the furthest thing from their mind when they took up the sport. When it was announced in 2016 that climbing would be added for the Tokyo Games, Canada's best briefly celebrated and then chalked up and got to work.
It's dynamic, it's exciting, it's fast, it's fun.
The Olympics has a history of trying out new sports. Some, like ballooning and tug of war, didn't catch on. Baseball and softball were dropped after the 2008 Games for being too American. But the international community has caught up enough that both sports are back in Tokyo. Sadly, few fans will see either live and in person because of COVID regulations. But the players say, and cue the sports cliche, they're just happy to be here.
When we do get to the games, that I think will look very different than they have in the past. But at the end of the day, it's about the product on the field and the teams competing for a medal for their country. Fans, no fans, spectacle, opening ceremonies or not. Like it's about that competition in those games. So I think that's what we're most excited for.
Other sports making their debuts: karate, surfing, and skateboarding. Sports that have massive followings and established communities, yet are only now making their Olympic debuts.
It really doesn't hit until you stop and think about it. Like every once in a while, I'll sit down with someone and I'll talk about it. And I'm like, wow, that is insane that this is the first time ever this is going to be included in the Olympics.
All the new sport athletes say they've thought about how they'll represent their disciplines to the world. They want an audience. And medals too, of course.
As far as the crowd goes, I could say I'm fairly bummed, but it's not like I'm going to the Olympics, bro. There's hard to find a downside in that.
Totally, bro. Mike Drolet, Global News, Toronto.